Hi friends, welcome to Investors Time. This is Sahavir and very good day to you all. Now we will be looking into Parag Milk Foods quarterly results, and I have made this video because on the first week of January I have made a fundamental and technical presentation on this Parag Milk Foods. I have made a detailed presentation, and that link will be provided in the bottom. In this, we will be looking into the quarterly results of the company, and we will look into charts but not in detail. We will just see if we can average it or not, and we will see into the overview, overall shareholding and yearly results. Coming to the quarterly performance of this company in December 2018, the sales growth has grown by 4.7%, but this is not that beautiful. In the September 2018 quarter it was actually 4.4%, but it has actually recorded a 6% growth in June 2018. But the good part is that operating profit margins have been maintained at 10%, and even the net profit margins they have maintained at 5%. So coming to the sales number, it has recorded 600 crores of sales in December quarter, while it was 573 crores in September quarter. So it's a growth of 4.7%. It is just a 30 bips of increase in the sales growth on a quarter-on-quarter basis. But on a year-on-year basis, it has increased by 15.7%, which is like 200 basis points, which is good. And coming to the net profit of the company, for now, the net profit in December 2018, even when the sales have grown by almost 4.7%, the sales have been flat. You can see in September quarter it is 30.43, and in December quarter it is like 30.74. And why this has happened is that if you see in the coming slides, I'll show you about the debt structure of the company. In that slide, you can clearly see that the quarterly interest has actually increased by almost 4 crores in this December quarter, and that's the reason why the sales, even when the sales has actually grown by 30 crores and net profits have actually stayed flat, but operating profit margins have improved actually. Coming to the EPS standalone and consolidated, because of the flat profits, you can see that the standalone EPS stands at 3.64, while in September quarter it was 3.38. So it was a growth of almost 7.69%. And in the consolidated basis, the EPS stands at 3.66%, while in the September quarter it was about 3.62%. This is one beautiful slide. This has actually taken very long back, and what intrigues me about the Parag Milk Foods is that you can see in the second paragraph about the value-added products, which has actually higher gross margins. If you see the liquid milk, it gives you a gross margin of about 6 to 8%, but when it comes to whey protein kind of products, it gives margins about 25 to 45% of profits, which is very good. And this value-added products, these forms about 66% of its revenue, of its whole revenue. And the highest among the listed players, all listed players, is just 25 to 30%. But in this case, in Parag Milk, it is like 66% share is for the value-added products like whey protein. So this is one thing, but you can pause it and you can see even there is an estimation now. Actually, the EPS is about like 13 rupees. And the estimation for 2019 is about 13.7, which actually it can easily reach. That we will see in the trailing chart. And financial year 2020, they are expecting an EPS to grow at about 19 rupees. So which is very nice actually. You can pause it and you can clearly see this chart. And I'll go into the next one, the trailing check. So the sales number only for the H1 quarter. H1 FY19 sales, profit and EPS numbers are these, and you can see that in H1 FY19 the sales grew by 22% compared with the H1 FY18, while the profit has increased by 65% and the EPS has increased by 68%. So one thing which I want to see is that what it is for the last 3 quarters, like in the March, September and December quarter, the sales in the last 3 quarters has gone to 1,436 crores, while in the previous year, first 3 quarters, it was like in this year it is 1,723, and in the previous year it is 1,436, which is almost like a growth of 20%. And you can see the trailing sales numbers which they are expecting is about 2,241 crores. So in this quarter they have made a sales of 600 crores. So even if you think that like it will make about 550 to 600 crores in December quarter, and if you add up, actually it is like almost equivalent to what they are expecting. And coming to the profit, for the last 3 quarters compared with the previous year 3 quarters, they have grown by 47%, which is very nice, and the EPS has grown by 51%. Okay, well said and done. I have made a detailed description on technical analysis as said before, and please do check out those 2 videos. Those I have given in the description. Those links, just click on the links and please do watch the video. And that video was made on January 5th, I guess. And in that video, I have clearly said that the Ichimoku cloud is acting as a resistance, very strong resistance. And you can see on the 22nd January, it has made a gap up. But what happened is that once it has done a gap up, it has made a huge red bar. In the just one day, it has actually fallen from almost 245 levels to 240 levels. And you can see the volume on 22nd January, which is very high. And this clearly says that the stock is gonna fall. But the past charts, it is very easy to read. But when we actually in the stock, we must have guts to lose the stock if we are holding it. And when you see something like this, you must actually lose the stock, because you can actually catch the stock later on. Since you are a long-term investor, you just lose the stock. Don't look into averaging. Actually, when you see that in the technical analysis, the stock is gonna fall. And this is about the 4-hourly chart. We have made in somewhere in after 2018. We have expected that this cloud, it might break above, but as you can see, it stayed inside the cloud. And on 21st January, you can see it has touched the cloud. It opened with a gap up, but the stock has fallen very badly. And after that, it has touched 208. And now in this today, as on today in 4-hourly chart, you can see a big green bar. But you should not actually jump into the stock. There was a little query on if they can average the stock, but the thing is that you cannot actually average a stock which is a falling knife. Let the knife fall on the ground and let it dance for a little while. And if you think that it is dancing, and if you think that there is a proper support, then you can actually pick the stock. So coming to what we have to do now is that we actually should not look into hourly and 4-hourly charts. If we have to take this stock in a daily chart, you can see even if 4-hourly chart in the last 1 hour 4 hours, there was a big green bar. In this you can see there is an inverted hammer, and unless this top of the inverted hammer actually closes, which is very decisive closing, we cannot actually pick the stock. And for the first confirmation, let the MACD crossover properly, a bullish crossover, and let it rise. Then you can actually pick the stock. By that time, the stock might actually go to 230 levels or 240 levels also. But you must even remember that this has a strong resistance at 250 levels. So even if you average it right now, you must be actually very strict that you will be actually losing the stock at 250 levels, and you will come into the stock later on. So coming to the overview of the stock, I'll not spend much time on this. I'll not detailedly explain everything. As you can see, you can pause it and also see. The market cap is 1725 because of the fall in the stock. The P by E actually came from 19 levels in January 1st to 15 levels, which is the cheapest among all the peer list. Even you can see the PEG ratio has fallen to 0.43 and market cap per sales ratio has fallen by less than 1. So this is a very cheaply available stock, but you must know what is the bottom of this. So these are the solvency ratios. Its debt is virtually low, and the returns like return on capital employed, equity and assets, they are actually in good numbers. And one important thing which we have to notice on the stock is that it has pledged about 14.5% of shares. If at all tomorrow you see that the promoters are pledging more shares, usually when they pledge the shares, and if that is reflected in the increase of sales number in every quarter, then it is actually good. Pledging is good because it shows the confidence of the promoters that I'll not lose my stocks, I can get it back. But if you see that they are pledging continuously in every quarter, but you're not seeing any sales increase, that's a red mark actually. But here we see that the sales numbers are growing, but if at all they increase their pledge shares, then it's a concern for us. Coming to the overall performance, the overall growth, recent overall growth has been about 13%, which is greater than the last 3 years, but it has actually recorded about 16% of sales growth in the last 5 years, and we hope that it goes into that levels. And the operating profit margins, they have phenomenally improved. In the last 3-5 years, they were about just 7%, and operating profit margins recently it is about 10%. And you can see that like sales have grown by 2%, but they are maintaining the operating profit margins, which is very good because it states the efficiency of the company. Coming to the debt structure, on a yearly basis, it is quite low. It's 4.41. But what we have discussed at that time, that the net profits stayed flat at 30 crores. Why? Because in December quarter, you can see that the interest payment has grown by almost 3 crores or something. And that's the reason it has actually fallen. Coming to the shareholding pattern, all I can observe in this is that the left side column is for the December 2018 quarter, and the right side column is for September 2018 quarter. The general public and the NBFCs and mutual funds stake has actually increased, while the foreign institutions have actually decreased their stake. These are the mutual fund holdings. About the fund houses, Invesco and Principal Mutual Fund have increased their stake from September 2018 quarter to December 2018 quarter. And these are some persons who have actually bought these shares under ESOPs at about 245 levels. After that, the stock has been falling from 245 levels. So you can see that the big guys have not actually picked this stock. They have not averaged. They have not actually grabbed this stock. They must be also waiting for the stock to have a revival. Coming to the yearly performance, the overall growth, the sales has been growing at 13%. As you can see, the red bars, 13% growth is fine, but it has actually recorded levels of 33-37%. But even if it maintains this 13%, then it is good. The operating profit margins are at record levels. It is at 9.9%, and you can see that blue line graph, which is actually improving. And the net profit margins, they have phenomenally improved, and they are presently at record levels of 4.45, which is the orange line chart. Coming to the sales numbers, in March 2018, it was about 1,954 crores, which is a growth of 13%. And the profits, it's standing at 87 crores, which is at very record levels in the last 10 years. And we hope that it will maintain. And as you can even see that the last 3 quarters, it has actually recorded quite good profit. So we hope that in 2019 quarter also, it will show about 80 to 90 crores of profits. So whatever this fall of the stock, it doesn't reflect to me. I mean, they are very contrasting. It is showing such a phenomenal performance in 2018, and even in 2019 it is maintaining, but for different reasons the stock is falling. Coming to the EPS, now it stands at 10 rupees, EPS of 10, and we are expecting that it will go up to 13 crores. Sorry, 13 rupees again. Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience, and please hit the like button if at all you like this video, and for the coming videos. It will be a great encouragement if you hit the like button, and please spread it by sharing to your friends. And also please do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And happy investing. Stay healthy. God bless you all.